Hey guys, MD Prepper here on a survival camping set review. This is the SOG 3-piece camping set that I just picked up from one of those Amazon one-day sales they ran a few weeks ago. 35 bucks for the whole kit with $5 shipping, so 40 bucks for the whole thing. SOG is what I would say is a lower price in general product, but decent quality. Maybe not as high quality as some others, but perfectly functional. Now let me go ahead and say, I'm not going to do a full video on each one of these pieces unless people request it. I'm just going to try and blitz through all three of these real quick. I'm not going to use this for my primary bug out bag or carry. I've got some better stuff than this, better options, but this is a good starter for 35 bucks to 40 bucks for somebody who's just getting into camping or prepping or survival tools and gear and all that. This is not a bad place to start. There's some different directions. You know, not everybody needs to have a tomahawk or an axe. Some people are going to prefer a saw, that sort of thing. But we're going to get into that. This is going to cover a lot of your bases. Let's start here with the entrenching tool. It is an entrenching tool. Enough said. Not much else other than that about it. Instead of the green that you see in a lot of them, this has a powder black finish on it. Just kind of like every other entrenching tool you're going to find. You can use this thing as a weapon if you got to swing it at somebody. Comes fairly dull to start with. Does have the little saw edge there for chopping through roots and all that, but if you want to make this thing very effective, you're going to have to sharpen it up, so that's going to take a bit of work. One of the things I don't like about those. And another personal thing about these, I prefer the little cold steel special forces shovel, all that. Is it bigger? Yeah. Do you have to keep it deployed all the time? Yes, but I like that. It's quick, it's accessible. You don't have to worry about as much breaking. All the parts and pieces of this thing collapsing, I know is handy. Just bothers me a bit. I know they've been using these things for years, but I'm just not the biggest guy for entrenching tools. I prefer a mini shovel that's not collapsible, personally. But hey, it's got the pick here on the back side that you can fold out. I'm not going to show you that. Basically, it's a SOG's version of an entrenching tool. Feasible, functional, works just fine. Comes with this little pouch, cheaper nylon belt loop on the back side for holding this thing when it's collapsed. I don't tend to keep that on my belt. I think it's too big, too bulky. If I'm going to need to dig a hole, I'm going to be stopping. I can take my pack off, that type of stuff. I can get it off the back of my pack or inside of my pack, something like that. So I would not wear that on my belt, personally. Next, the most interesting little part of this is this little blade here. So that's kind of funny looking. How do you use that? Well, this is the Seal Revolver, or the Revolver Seal, can't remember which way they say it, from SOG. Here it comes in its basic format. This is a folding type swivel knife, kind of a unique design. Got your basic blade here, standard stainless steel. I don't know the grade on it, probably 440, something like that. You see a little unique little hole here in the center. We'll talk about why that's there. Got serrations there, a little less than half the blade length. Comes fairly sharp. I'm going to touch that up a little bit. General camp purposes, cutting through rope, cordage, that type thing, general purpose, little false edge here on the back. It's going to be fine for general purpose, but let me go ahead and tell you, you're not going to be able to baton with this thing, or you won't want to baton with this, because there's a little button right here. Hopefully you can see that cut out. You push that, hopefully you can see. You rotate it, oh, blade goes away, and now you have a saw. That saw edge is going to be your way to get kindling and wood and all that. Now obviously batoning bigger pieces is sometimes nice, but I got an option for that, should I say, an answer. So this little saw blade, lots of options. You do a lot with a saw, especially if it's just you out in the woods. You're not going to be needing giant logs, anything like that. So there's your hole that retains a little pin. Let me show you how this thing works. There's that little steel pin there. You push the button, steel pin moves out of the way. That's how it secures. Now the thing is still lined, but still pretty cheap. Grips on it. Functional, has a lanyard hole on the backside. So decent sized knife and a little saw edge all in one. Not bad. Not a bad little concept. You know, I'd probably prefer a cold steel Bushman if you know what you're doing for general purpose. It's going to be able to do things, but this is interesting. I'm going to give it a try, see what I think. Comes with a very basic nylon sheath. Nothing special about the sheath. It's just a basic cheap sheath. Little Velcro fastener there. I don't like the Velcro. I prefer a snap. It's lightweight. Not going to take up much space on your belt, something like that. It's alright for day camp, something like that. For the end of the world, maybe not. Now, the sturdiest, what I would say, piece of this that I like the best is the SOG Fasthawk. It's a smaller Tomahawk, smaller than any of the other ones I own. I like it a lot though. This thing has got to be made about the same place as the United Cutlery M48 Tomahawk, because the fit and finish on this thing and just the general construction, even the screws in the side here are identical. Grip is almost the same. Got a lanyard hole here at the back. You know, I like lanyard holes right there. Nice grip, synthetic. Got a metal wrapping collar up there. 2 screws, both sides to keep the metal in there secured. Cutouts for weight. Though I think the smaller one is about the perfect size to make primitive arrows. I think that'd be a good size guide. That's probably close to what you want. Axe head, small. Can be used for throwing, with shape and all that, but very sharp actually. It's quite sharp compared to a lot of the other tomahawks I've had over the years. Backside spike is not sharp, though could easily be sharpened up. So there's your spike. I'm probably going to sharpen that up. Of course, it says SOG there on the end. And what's interesting, that I think I know what this is for, you've got a little pattern, a little mesh work on both sides, the center of that axe head. I think what that is for, other than just looks, is to be used for nailing as a hammer, basically, to hammer things down. Good, relatively flat surface to sit there and beat something into place. It could just be for looks. I don't know. Maybe there's another purpose for that. Not sure, but that's what I'd use it for. Anyway, small, lightweight tomahawk. You could cut down a tree with this, a smaller one. Well, you could cut down a bigger one if you took the time, but why would you? For general purposes, this is probably going to be a decent-sized camp axe tool to be using. Relatively lightweight. In combination with the saw edge and the knife and the entrenching tool, you're going to be able to do most of your camping tasks, just about all of them, unless you need a smaller work with a little pocket folding knife, something like that. The Tomahawk, of course, comes with a sheath, decent little nylon sheath, 3 snaps here, and little rivets with holes to attach lanyards, that type stuff, to attach to your pack, what have you. A little belt loop hole here on the back side. Again, I don't know if I like the idea of carrying my Tomahawk right on my waist. I'd probably carry that back on my pack, something like that. Just personal preference, but either way, decent tool set, especially for the 35-40 bucks. Got the knife / saw, got the Tomahawk, and the entrenching tool, 40 bucks. Good place to start, guys. Make a decent gift to get somebody started out in prepping or camping or survival, that sort of thing. Let me know what you think. MD Prepper out.